So I want to ask a little bit. The film is amazing. It's a short documentary, and you actually live your document. It's you reliving, actually, because I'm assuming you did it in recovery. You didn't do it while you're. I mean, you shot it when you were in the recovery scene. So I love that it goes through different colors. And what the funny thing is, when I was grabbing notes in the middle of the night, you can't see this, but I had a piece of notepaper that had yellow, green, orange, and blue. It didn't have the red on it, but it had little vases. It was like one of those notepads from somewhere. The audience can see it. But in your film, you go from red to blue, and it's in 7-year stages or phases of your recovery and the process. And then you get to the end one is the violet. Isn't it the purple? The violet. Yeah. Violet, which is a really healing color. I mean, usually. So. Was that, and you had a great director, cinematographer, all that. Did that come to you, or did somebody say, why don't you make a documentary, or did he say to you, how did you decide to do the documentary? Or was that part of your recovery process too?
So it was actually interesting. I was about 5 months away, because after I finished the documentary, I had 1 month left and I paid off all of my debt. So a year before that, I was decluttering my closet, which I always do. It's like 2 to 3 times a year. And I realized at that point, I was like, man, this is hard. Why is this so hard? Because I didn't really realize all the emotions that went into it. And then as I'm going through the clothes, something hit me. It's like, oh my God, it's because a part of me I'm giving a part of me away. It's like I'm saying goodbye to it because I'm no longer that person anymore. I don't wear those pieces.
And you have a new relationship with all that. So it's not the old friend that it was. It's a different, yeah.
Yeah. So then at that point, it's like, oh my God, I think people need to know about this. Do people even know? And then all of a sudden I got this idea. It's like, okay, so I want to make a movie. And I started picking out these outfits, and just all these ideas came to me. And then it just felt like I started writing, and then I started writing in my notes in my iPhone. It's like, oh my God, this is what it's going to be. And then when I shared the idea with the filmmaker back then, he's like, well, I mean, let's see. And I said, yeah, let's see what happens. I don't know how it's going to turn out. This is an idea that I think the world needs to see. And then Fashion Addict was born. And it actually was really hard to do it because I was reliving a lot of those things, because I put on all those pieces of clothing, and I remembered, and that's why I could get into the film and express more of my emotions, because I could remember and feel what I felt when I was wearing those pieces and why. But Fashion Addict was born, and I decided, it's like, you know what? Let's put it out there. Let's throw it out to the film world, do some film circuits. And it did get 2 awards. Mm-hmm. And since then and before COVID, I was traveling to different universities, screening the film and doing a presentation on fashion addiction and on sustainability and some healthier options that you can choose to implement into your life. And it's really healing. I mean, it's really, a lot of people must identify with it, and then that's part of your work as probably a coach and mentor. But they come to you, and it may help unlock something that's their demon, whether it's fashion or something else, because addictions are addiction.